almost got a little upset that he said something like that to me in front of everybody.
मेरी भूख ही है कि मैं एक जैसे कैरेक्टर करना तो मुझे अपने आप को मारने जैसा लगता है।
What I've seeked out actually hasn't been like the fame aspect of it or the attention of it.
Hello everyone, this is Aina and welcome to Instant Bollywood. आज मेरे साथ है the cast of Apurva. Welcome.
Thank you.
Hello.
So nice to have you all today. It's a lovely morning.
Yes.
I have to start off by asking you, Dara, that you said that you got a film like this, and you wanted to do something like this for a very long time. It's
Yes.
breaking perception. But at the same time, I want to ask you, at what point did you get the confidence that you can pull off a film of this sort? Because I think more than anything, you broke your own perception.
Yeah. To be really honest with you, I think this is something that I've, of course, always wanted to do. I think any young actor would want to do a role like this and a film like this. But this is something that I've truthfully always had the confidence and belief that I would be able to do. I think the only difference is that perhaps others didn't perceive me to be the kind of person or performer to be able to do a film like this. And that has been the unfortunate thing that's happened over the last few years. And I'm really glad that actually I wouldn't have it any other way as well. I feel like it's the perfect time in my life, personally as well as professionally, for me to play a role like this. I'm going to be 28 in a couple of days, and I actually feel like maybe I would have been, had this happened 3 or 4 years ago, maybe I would have been a bit too young, because there's a lot of depth and there's a lot of so much to Apurva. So I think Apurva's come to me at the right time. But of course, it's something that I've been yearning for and seeking out for the last few years.
आपने कहा था कि when you're doing something, people have loved both of you in comical roles a lot. But at the same time, it's a risk when you're doing something that is new. वो time पे which film has been like that in your life where you felt like आपने थोड़ा risk लिया अपने character को लेके? ऐसी कोई film besides Apurva, of course.
My first film, Stree. I think that was a huge risk.
Why?
Because it was very difficult to play that character and not make it over the top caricaturish, because that could have easily happened with a character like Jana. So to keep it real and believable, but still add elements of horror and comedy. So there was a lot, and all throughout the shooting, I remember the first day of shoot, I had just done an indie project called Ajji, and Amar Kaushik, the director, had seen it. So I started performing, and he said on the mic that this is not Ajji. थोड़ा मतलब आओ इधर आओ इस side आओ. And then I was like, okay, and I almost got a little upset that he said something like that to me in front of everybody. So I immediately did something instant, with spontaneously, yeah. And that's when I feel that I got that character. But it could have gone either ways.
Yeah.
I love how you played that character.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Loved it.
And it's so nice, you don't even realize sometimes
You
कि आप
don't.
ये भी कर सकते हो और फिर on camera हो
Yeah.
जाता है. सर आपके लिए?
मैं तो रिस्क का पुलिंदा ही हूँ। लगातार जब से जो कैरेक्टर बहुत अच्छा प्यार मिला ऑडियंस का, तो हमेशा उसके ऑपोजिट ही कोई कैरेक्टर करने का सौभाग्य भी मिल गया। तो एक तरफ कॉमिक इंटरल्यूड वाले कैरेक्टर और एक तरफ कुछ मीनिंगफुल और सीरियस, कॉमेडी में भी मीनिंग होता है, लेकिन कहीं पे हंसी का बेस ज़्यादा होता है और कहीं पे जो है सीरियसनेस भी कुछ मीनिंग रखती है मनोरंजन के रूप में। तो आई थिंक पिछले 20 साल में अब लगातार यही कोशिश कर रहा हूँ कि कुछ नया किया जाए। जो फिल्म नई तो कैरेक्टर नया, और उसमें मैं लकी भी रहा, बहुत मुझे थैंकफुल हूँ पूरे बॉलीवुड का कि अलग अलग रोल भी मिले। नहीं तो कैसे मैं मेरी पत्नी और वो मिलती, या मैं माधुरी दीक्षित बनना चाहती हूँ कि मुझे खूब याद है, एक तरफ हंगामा, चुप चुप के ढोल ये चल रही हैं, दूसरी तरफ ये फिल्में भी रिलीज़ हो रही हैं। और अभी जैसे पिछले साल भूल भुलैया 2 रिलीज़ हुई, अर्ध रिलीज़ हुई जी पे, बहुत अच्छी इंगेजिंग रही उसकी। और आज एक तरफ जिस ड्रीम गर्ल 2 रिलीज़ हो रही है हम लोगों की, हमारी अभिषेक की, एक अलग हमने फन किया, और कट टू बिल्कुल ऑपोजिट अपूर्वा, जिसमें तो एज एन एक्टर एक्चुअली ये परीक्षा देने से बहुत एक्साइटमेंट भी रहता है, और आप अपने आप को हमेशा जो है फ्रेश महसूस करते हैं एज एन एक्टर। और मुझे लगता है मेरी भूख ही है कि मैं एक जैसे कैरेक्टर करना, तो मुझे अपने आप को मारने जैसा लगता है, या जैसा लगता है कि ये खाना मैं खा चुका हूँ, तो उसी का बचा हुआ खाना फिर मुझे खाना पड़ रहा है, ऐसा मुझे महसूस होता है। तो कोशिश करता रहता हूँ कि टचवुड कि थैंक यू मुराद भाई और निखिल और पूरा सिनेवन की टीम, डिज्नी प्लस हॉटस्टार का सपोर्ट, प्रॉपर एक प्लेटफॉर्म के, एक इस्टब्लिश, एक बेहतरीन विश्व का प्लेटफॉर्म है, और उसमें तारा के साथ में काम करना, अभिषेक के साथ काम करना, एक यंग एनर्जी के साथ में, तो मुझे लगता है कि मैं भी 77 में 27 का दिखने लगता हूँ।
When are you going to break it?
सर जैसा आपने कहा कि 20 साल से ज़्यादा हो गए, यू नो एज अ ऑडियंस आई एम वेरी क्यूरियस बिकॉज ये जो इंडस्ट्री है काफ़ी कंज्यूमिंग है, आपने काफ़ी उतार चढ़ाव भी देखे। एज अ ह्यूमन हाउ डू यू मेंटली कीप योर सेल्फ स्टेबल एंड सेन व्हेन यू आर इन एन इंडस्ट्री फॉर 20 years?
नहीं, बस कुछ नहीं, जो मिल गया वो हकीकत है, जो नहीं मिला है उसकी चाहत है, वो सपना है। एवरी डे इज़ बिगिनिंग डे, एवरी डे इज़ लर्निंग डे, एवरी डे इज़ वर्किंग डे, और एवरी डे इज़ न्यू डे। हर सुबह किसी न किसी की सुबह बन के आती है, और हम बी पॉजिटिव।
Tara, you know, every time I've spoken to someone about you, and you know, I know some juniors from AF Pet at your school.
Oh, okay.
So they've always told me, you know, Tara has always been pretty. We've seen you as a child actor, and she's always looking stunning. And you know, we expected her to look this gorgeous also when she grew up. You know, when you're getting that much attention since childhood, and then you're for like 20 years, 18 years, and then you're entering an industry where that attention is divided. How did you deal with that?
I don't know. You know, I'll be really honest with you. I have never been fazed by anything. I think we're extremely grounded at home. I don't think there's ever been a day where we discuss, apart from the work aspect of this job, I don't think we really discuss anything on a day-to-day basis at home that involves the glamour aspect or the fame aspect or anything commerce related. My friends group is the same group I've had since I was 2 years old. I don't get fazed by failure or success, to be honest with you, because they kind of go hand in hand. And since I was really little, I've been extremely introverted. I've never been one to what I've seeked out actually hasn't been like the fame aspect of it or the attention of it. It's actually just the fun of doing this that excites me. Like when we finish interviews or we finish promotions or we finish a film shoot, all I want to do is go home, cook a nice meal, have a party maybe with 6 or 7 friends. Like that's my idea of downtime. That's what I enjoy doing. I don't enjoy going out meeting a gazillion people. I'm just that kind of person. It's something that I prefer to do. When I get attention, I'm more often than not, like I'm very flattered and I think it's really sweet, but it just doesn't go to my head. Also, my family would never let that happen. They're way too grounded, and we're all like a unit in that sense. We don't allow for, even with my twin sister, right? Like she'll never make it a big deal. If something even is a big deal, we'll celebrate it. But then that's that. It's not like anybody's chadhawing anyone. Like that's just how we are at home. And I think I have to give them credit for that, because it can be really easy, you know, when something new, something big happens, to just get so carried away.
Yeah.
But I think also recognizing that everything is kind of transient in our business, right? It's here today, could be gone tomorrow, and it's better not to really dwell in. I mean, enjoy it. There's a lot of enjoyment to be had in this industry, but I think I recognize the fact that it can be here one day and be gone the next, and that's how I choose to.
Has there been a downside to you being introvert in the industry? Because they tell you ki thoda.
Yeah. I think there's people say that there's a certain formula to making it, and lots of people have told me not to be so quiet and not to be so shy or reserved or whatever. But and earlier this used to really bother me because I was like constantly trying to see how I could change myself. But something I'm really proud of is the fact that I've been able to manage to maintain exactly who I am. You know, the way that I sit or the way that I speak or the way that I just am as a person. Most people will try to change that about you, especially when you're a young actress, I've realized. And I was very bothered by this up till 3 years ago, and then sudden change just happened in me, and I was like, you know what, this is who I am, this is what I know I bring to the table, and whoever likes it, whoever doesn't like it, and I'm comfortable being this person. I have opened up a lot as well, but that's been through my own learning and experiences. And you can only change yourself if you want to change and if you want to better yourself. You can't just always listen to like what other people are telling you to do.
Yeah.
So that's been my own learning, and I'm a lot more open than I was even 2 years ago. And yeah, much better space now.
No, we love the way you are.
Thank you.
I'd say that.
Thank you.
Abhishek, for you, you know, I was going through your filmography, और इतना diverse है, and at the same time I felt like, you know, as an actor, आप जब एक किरदार से दूसरे किरदार पे जा रहे हो, there's also a zone switching that happens a lot of times, and even you said आखिरी Sach was very disturbing to play, and then you're even doing a dream girl. How are you switching zones in your head?
I don't know. अभी तक तो ऐसी कोई परेशानी हुई नहीं है. I mean, I keep thinking about that. In fact, I'm very nervous before any shoot. So if I'm doing Aakhri Search, and I don't know whether I was parallelly doing Dream Girl 2 or not, but definitely something serious with Dream Girl 2. Probably Apurva. Oh no, Apurva was after Dream Girl. So yeah, so after Dream Girl, you have to get into a character like, you know, like Apurva, and you're meeting the same co-actor
Exactly.
who is like king of comedy. So you know, you're like, how do you make a chemistry which is about, you know, being gangsters and like, you know, have a dark past and all of that, and then you meet him on set, you do your first few lines and you realize that you're in safe hands, because sometimes co-actors can really help you. So when you
From
have
the first day.
Yeah, from the first day.
effort, मतलब हम लोग खुद एक महीने के बाद हम लोगों ने एक्चुअली ये डिस्कस किया.
Because we were actually jumping and making faces and everything in Dream Girl 2. And suddenly he didn't have the permission to smile from the director.
और हम लोगों को पहले दिन से
Yeah.
मतलब विद तारा हम लोग जो जितने भी बंच था एक्टर्स का, चाहे कुछ इवन छोटे छोटे बहुत स्ट्रांग रोल, उसमें स्ट्रेंथफुल रोल जो मतलब पंडित का या तो, लेकिन कोई भी एफर्ट वो हम लोगों ने एक महीने बाद रियलाइज़ किया कि हम लोग ड्रीम गर्ल 2 में दोनों भाई प्ले कर रहे हैं. एक अलग तरीके का एटमॉस्फेयर है. और अपूर्वा में हम दोनों सड़क पर टहल रहे थे कि रियलाइज़ किया कि यार हम लोगों को एक दिन भी ये सोचना नहीं पड़ा कि, क्योंकि एक दूसरे को ना एक्चुअली को एक्टर इसको ही बोला जाता है. मैं जो समझता हूँ कि जो बॉल आई और आपने उसको बहुत सम्मान देके और आपने उसी फोर्स के साथ आपकी तरफ दी, तो आई थिंक ये कोऑर्डिनेशन ही बेस्ट रिएक्शन है.
करेक्ट.
और ये बेस्ट रिएक्शन मतलब आई एम सो हैप्पी विद तारा, अभिषेक, कि मुझे महसूस ही नहीं हुआ कि हम इनके साथ पहली बार इस तरीके का काम कर रहे हैं. ऐसा लगा कि 10-15 साल से हम बहुत यूज्ड टू हैं काम करने के लिए. Am I right?
ये basically zone है. So when you say कि how do we get to a different zone, it's actually
the energy.
Yeah, it's the energy. You reach the different set, the director is quiet. Now you are quiet. You reach a different set, the director is like, you know, he loves talking, chatting. Some sets you go and there's a lot of conversation about food.
Yeah.
So there you become that. So it's the space, like, and we are chameleons. Like, I think that's what we are here to do.
Yeah.
So we need to change our colors with every different set of world.
और भी अंदर अंदर कुछ एक्टर्स में थोड़ी कि यार इसकी लाइन कौन सी है, मेरी लाइन कौन सी है. जब बिल्कुल यू नो कंटिन्यूटी में हो आप, हर फ्रेम में अगर आप 2-4 एक्टर हो, ये थिएटर में भी, ये अपनी फिल्म की बात नहीं, मतलब जनरल तो ज़्यादातर हो जाता है बीच में कि कोई एक्टर सोचता है मेरा कम तो नहीं है, मेरा ज़्यादा. लेकिन विद अपूर्वा हम एक दूसरे को सपोर्ट कर रहे थे कि लाइन मैं बोलूँ, ये तू बोल. ये एक्चुअली ये हो रही थी कि नहीं ये तो अभिषेक की लाइन जानी चाहिए, वो
छोटे को दे दी लाइन.
Tara, for you, you know, when a script like this comes, how do you not get biased towards the factor that मेरा character film का नाम है, I am the lead of the film, and purely choose it for the script of it? Because you know that this is a big film in yourself. How do you make that choice?
It was very important for me to make a very good choice, especially with a film like this. It's not because my character is called Apurva and the film is called Apurva. That would be very easy to say yes to. But the thing is, the one learning I've had in the last, 3 years, I would say, 4 years, I would say, is that every little detail of the script, the dialogues, the way it's written, the way it's going to be shot, everything about the story is what, as actors, we need to, and I specifically need to be very, very particular about, because when it comes to big setup films, commercial films, it's very easy to say yes to that. And sometimes my mistake has been, sometimes people guide you and you think that, okay, the setup is good, the story will be good, and that doesn't end up happening. With a film like this, considering my character's name is Apurva and the film's name is Apurva, all of that pressure is going to be on me.
Yeah.
And it's very important that story-wise this made sense for me to do. The reason I said yes to it is because I instantly knew this was something I could definitely pull off, and it was so exciting for me from the beginning, because I knew this was definitely something people would not expect me to do. And I also know that there's no story that is similar to this in the periphery also in our industry right now. I was like, this is something I have to do. If I don't do this, I would be such a fool. And I know that I perhaps may never get another film like this, because it's so powerful and it's written so incredibly well. And the way we shot it, like there are some shots in the film that we just recently saw the film actually as a team. When I saw how we shot it, I was so proud, and I was like, this is exactly how I imagined it to be. And I'm so glad that I said yes.
I could sense the happiness since the announcement was made, that picture.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah. Lastly, before I leave, I also want to ask you that, you've always said that I'm a very honest person, and I've never shied away from saying things that I feel and being honest.
Yeah.
You've been open about everything, even your personal life. Has no one, do people tell you that you should filter that out probably, or has that worked adversely for you?
Yeah, of course. Lots of people in our industry tell young actors not to talk about their personal life. It's amusing because it's, to me, the most...
Not to talk. It's good to talk.
Apparently, it's not good to talk.
Because then it makes headlines and then takes away from your work.
And it makes you unavailable or something as an actor, apparently, which I find very amusing, because the one thing I think that ties us all together as human beings, not because we're human beings first, right, is the fact that, what's the one thing that all of us in this room want? That is to love and to be loved, right? Now, if it's the most natural, universal thing, why would I hide from it? Why would I shy away from it just because we're public figures? What, we're not supposed to be in love? That's just bizarre to me. So the pride with which I speak about Apurva, why would I shy away from talking about the thing that will probably last even longer than any career, right?
Yeah.
So I've been raised to be open and honest about the things that I love and never to hide the things that matter to me. And if that affects work, then so be it. But that's just who I am, and I can't change that.
That's the same motto even now.
Absolutely, always.
Awesome. We wish you all the very best for Apurva and everything that's coming in the future, and I'll see you soon.
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
1, 2, 3 प्लीज 15 नवंबर को
हमारी फिल्म अपूर्वा Disney+ हॉटस्टार पे जरूर देखिए।
ये आ रही है 15 नवंबर को।